When temperatures are high outside, it can be unbearable, but I'm gonna share with you a few ways you can beat the heat. Don't let your grill turn your burgers into this. These are gonna be so tasty. Like butter. This one's called the Problema Resuelto. Here's what to do if your phone takes a dive. The best solution is to avoid the problem altogether. Use a protective case the next time you're near water. And it helps to find a case that floats. But if you do have an accident, once you've recovered your phone from the water, immediately power it down. After it's off, take it out of the case if it's in one. A little wax on, wax off to get it dry. If the phone's been submerged for long, you want to tap on where the ports are to get any excess water to drip out. If you're able, take out SIM cards and batteries if they're removable. Here's our hero. Wrong. You may know that common trick of using rice to dry out your phone, but actually it's not that effective. Rice and residual starch can get into ports and it's not that absorbent. The real hero is those silica gel packets, yep, the same ones you're throwing away when you buy stuff from Target. Shake, 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 Sonora, shake it all the time. So next time you get one of these in a package, save it for later. Or if you need extra, you can just buy them online. They're really cheap. You'll need an airtight container that fits your phone. Add the packets, seal it up. Most phones do have a waterproof rating, but those seals can be compromised. Drops and bumps in regular use can introduce small cracks that you may not be able to see, and that's how water can get in. That's why it's a good idea, no matter what phone you have, to properly dry it before you use it again. This is also great for key fobs and other small electronics. Let this sit for 24 hours, better yet, 48 hours. Guess it's time to start that puzzle. 24 hours later. If it powers back on and seems to be functioning properly, you're good to go. But if it won't turn on or you notice any issues, power it down and take it to a repair shop. And you don't have to throw these away, you can reuse them. It's good to have you back, old friend. Thanks, new friend. Sunny days are chasing those clouds away. But with all that sunshine comes harmful UV rays. And those rays are gonna be the harshest midday. And that was the perfect time to be outside in the pool. Here's how to protect yourself in the sun. With so many sunscreen options out there, it's best to choose one that works well with your skin. And make sure you're using a product that has SPF 30 or above. Now I know we all know how to put on sunscreen, but it's a good idea to check those directions, make sure you're applying it correctly, and know when to reapply. Every 80 minutes? Okay, slow down there. Don't think you can just lather this on and head right outside. You'll want to apply at least 20 to 30 minutes before hitting the sun. It puts the lotion on its skin. And don't forget to protect the lips too. I'm literally covering my whole body in sun protection. If you're applying sunscreen to your face, it's best to make sure you have clean hands or try a stick version for easy application. After you're done with a day of fun in the sun, take steps to further protect your skin. Take a cool shower to rinse off and cleanse your skin. Hydrate with a lotion or aloe vera. Aloe's gonna cool your skin and provide extra moisture after sun exposure. And make sure to drink plenty of water to replenish from the inside. If you're spending prolonged time outdoors, choose clothing and hats that provide additional protection. And I look good doing it. You can find a variety of clothing options with UPF built right in. Here comes the sun, problem solved, it's all right, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. After a day in the sun, the result is sunburns and soggy swimsuits. And you may just think, throw it in the dryer or let it set out in the sun, but that's gonna ruin your swimsuit quickly over time. Here's how to quickly dry your swimsuit. You wanna make sure you rinse out your swimsuit either by showering off or running it under cool water. This will help get rid of any chlorine, salt water, anything inside your swimsuit. Avoid wringing out your swimsuit. That's gonna stretch the fabric and make it lose its shape. The best way to get that swimsuit dry is to lay it over a clean towel. Lay that flat. Gently roll it up. Now this is the way to absorb all that extra water. This method is especially helpful for women's swimsuits that can easily lose their shape. Now it's not damp anymore. Keep it flat for the most surface area and lay it out of the sun. Having your swimsuit in the sun will bleach it out and discolor it over time. And you can even give it a little flip. Spas and resorts usually have a spinning machine that'll quickly dry your swimsuit, but I have a DIY version. No joke, a salad spinner. You can find inexpensive versions to dedicate to your pool to dry swimsuits. Load in that wet suit, slap the lid on, and get to spinning. That centrifugal force will wring out all the water. Yes, this is a little wacky, but it really does work. That was so much fun. Ooh, splash. Same deal. Let your suit air dry flat out of the sun. Dry already? Time for another dip. Just a little. If you're chilling poolside, you're gonna want a frosty beverage within arm's reach. Nice and cold, but wouldn't it be better to take this into the water? Here's how to make a floating cooler. Any standard small cooler will work for this project. Next, a plain old pool noodle. Measure and cut a piece for each side. Like butter. Let's put this somewhere safe. Hello! Now just tie everything together with rope. Connect all those pieces with the rope. Now you have the shape of the cooler. Cut and tie your ends as tightly as you can around your cooler. Last, use your extra cord to make a net around the bottom so the cooler doesn't fall through. Insulated coolers will float on their own, but making one of these will help stabilize it. If you take your time, cut your pieces at a 45-degree angle for a more seamless fit. Instead of your corners looking like this, it can look like this. Way better. Time for its maiden voyage. Set sail, my friend. Now that's more like it. We've already got that pit sweat going. Whew. Pit sweat. When temperatures are high outside, it can be unbearable, but I'm gonna share with you a few ways you can beat the heat. The sun can turn your car into what feels like an oven. Here's how to quickly cool off your car interior. Start with rolling down that passenger window. Once it's rolled down, fan the driver's side door. Just fan the door about 8 to 10 times. That'll push all that hot air out of the car. Yeah, it feels good in here. There's a few things you can do to prevent the interior car from getting too hot in the first place. After you park, turn your wheel upside down. That'll keep the top part in the shade. If you can, also crack your windows about 1 inch. Keep a large towel in your car to cover your seats, console, and dash. And a towel helps to protect your seats if you're extra sweaty. Believe it or not, the air outside is going to be cooler than the air inside. With these tips, now we're ready to drive. I'm in reverse! A fan is good, but sometimes it's just not enough. I've always wanted to do this. I'm going to show you how to make your own DIY air conditioner. First, you're going to need a large container. I insulated 2 storage bins. Or you can insulate a bucket or a cooler, which is already insulated. To assemble our AC unit, you're going to need the lid, some PVC pipes, and a fan. First, we're gonna need to trace our cutouts. And it's not perfect, but we just wanna trace the shape of our fan. Now we need to cut these sections out. You don't have to cut the circle completely out. What you're looking for is kind of the shape of the top where you put a straw through a lid. Like a glove. All right, now that everything fits, we need one last thing. For the real AC effect, we need ice. I like to use frozen jugs like this. That way you don't have to pour out water and you could refreeze them and use them again. Here we go, time to fire it up. It worked. Woohoo! To make this more efficient, you could seal up the edges of the fan with tape. And it's also a good tip to use elbow brackets like this so you can position the air where you want it to go. Oh yeah, that feels good. If you've been making ice packs like this, you're doing it wrong. Here's how you make your own gel ice packs. So squishy. Let's start off with a reusable zip top bag. They're more sustainable. Add 2 parts water, 1 part alcohol, a little bit of dish soap, and for the right look, food color. Now, get as much air out as you can. Just make sure that's sealed tight or you can double bag it. Now this goes into the freezer for a few hours or overnight. After some time in the freezer, we have our gel ice packs. If you want it a little more firm, just add less alcohol. If the heat is getting to you, you don't have to suffer. Here's how to use your pulse points to cool off if you're feeling overheated. Cooling off your pulse points will circulate cool blood throughout your body, giving you some relief. You can hold some ice water against your wrist or run them under cool water. Ice packs also work great against your wrist, the back of your neck, and even your feet. Wrap your ice pack in a towel first, so that way the cold doesn't irritate your skin. Apply the cold for 10 to 20 minutes, and see how you feel. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. To cool off, take advantage of those pulse points to feel more comfortable. Hot temperatures call for super cold, refreshing drinks. Or maybe a dip in the pool. Just kidding. For the coldest drinks, here's how to super chill your beverages. To super chill your cooler, all you'll need is salt. I'm gonna check the temperature before I add the salt to see if it makes a difference. Now that's cold. Now add the salt. Use a coarse salt, or better yet, ice cream salt. You don't need much, just a generous sprinkle over the top. That was way generous. Now get in there and mix it up. Now that the drinks are in there, just let them get extra frosty. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, it's much colder. All it took was a little science to get these drinks extra cold. As things heat up out there, make sure you're staying super cool. Hot dogs are a grilling staple, but on these grates, they're so unruly. Get back here. This is how to grill the ultimate hot dog. All you need are skewers. Now you want to make sure you soak your skewers at least 30 minutes before you put them on the grill. That'll prevent them from burning. Space your dogs out a little bit, and we're gonna run the skewer right through. For this, you can do as many dogs as you want. Ta-da! Just like that. Just lay them down and get grilling. No more rolling, and all your dogs are together. You can also use a skewer to spiral cut our hot dogs. The trick is getting it right down the middle. You're gonna take a knife, slowly rotate it around the hot dog. Pull it through, we've got our spiral dog. I like this because it's not only fun, but it'll help your dogs cook a little more evenly. The best part of the skewer method is that it makes the flip really easy. Skewer some veggie kebabs or mix it up and make some grilled pineapple. It's best to grill over a medium heat, that way everything cooks through and doesn't burn. These are gonna be so tasty. And that's how to use skewers to solve problems on the grill. Don't let your grill turn your burgers into this. Form your hamburger patties ahead of time and let those chill in the fridge at least 30 minutes. That'll help them cook more evenly and keep them juicy. Before they're ready to hit the grill, brush them with a high heat oil. I like to use grapeseed oil. Then add salt, pepper, and your favorite seasonings. Since burgers are prone to flare-ups, preheat your grill to get those grates nice and hot. Then you can turn a section off so there's no direct flame. And that's where you want to put your burgers. Without a direct flame, you won't get those flare-ups. You can even add an ice cube to the center to help even out the cook. Now you can close up the grill and let those cook. Let your burgers cook halfway through and flip them one time. A good sign that your burgers are done is when those juices run clear. You can see there's still a little red in the juice there. This is a great time to add cheese right before those burgers are finished. To trap that juice inside, let them rest at least 10 minutes before eating. Now that's a tasty burger. Here's a really easy way to add a little smoked flavor to your propane grill. We're gonna start out with some aluminum foil. Next, we're gonna add your favorite wood chips. These have been soaking in water for about 20 minutes. This will get folded up into a little packet. Tighten up these ends. Poke some holes in the top to release that smoked flavor. Now the easy part, just set it on the grill. Let this sit about 15 minutes or until it starts releasing smoke. And in the meantime, let's prep some chicken for our grill turned smoker. First, we're gonna coat that chicken with grapeseed oil. A high heat oil will help any seasoning stick and won't burn on the grill. Next, add a generous coating of your favorite rub. Make sure to get both sides. It's best to avoid any seasoning blends with sugar in it because that can burn. Ooh, I can smell that hickory already and it's starting to smoke. On your grill, you should have a high heat side and a low heat side. The chicken's gonna go on that low heat side. We want that chicken on lower heat because we're gonna close that lid. We don't want anything to burn. Now you might be tempted to put sauce on right now, but no, that comes later. That smoke packet will run out. So for longer cooks, you may need to make 2 or 3 more. This is just the backup, so I have one to swap when I need it later. Now after a thorough cook, we're ready to put on our sauce. Save that sauce for last so it doesn't burn. All that sauce needs is about a minute or 2 and then they're ready. Smoked barbecue chicken on a propane grill. A grill isn't just for chicken and ribs. Today, we're making pizzas. We're gonna start by grilling our pizza dough. We wanna cook one side of the dough first, flip it over, put our toppings on, and then grill it and finish it the rest of the way. All right, once one side of the dough is done, you're gonna just flip it off. Now it's time for toppings. Every good pizza starts with sauce. I think there's a whole chunk of garlic in here, yum. And lots of cheese, make it rain on there. I'm gonna add some of my favorite toppings like sauteed onions and some roasted peppers. Now we just need to cook the other side and melt those toppings. Ooh, look at that cheese crisping up. Time to enjoy a hot homemade pizza right as the sun sets. Look how good this came out. Crispy on the bottom, delicious. Don't you hate it when your cooler leaves you with a slush puddle? There's no need to let your drinks drown this summer. Here's how to make your ice last longer. The first thing, when you go pick up your ice, bring your cooler with you. The ice can go right in there. If you can, buy both chipped ice and block ice. Block ice will melt slower, which will keep your cooler colder longer. You also want cubed ice to wrap around all those beverages. I like to start with blocks of ice along the bottom. If you can't find blocks of ice, you can make your own in a large container. Larger blocks can take several days to freeze, so plan ahead. Freezing gallon jugs is another great alternative. They're mess-free, and you can drink the water when they're thawed. This can go right in your cooler, and it's great for items that you want to keep dry. Next, you can add your drinks. It's a good idea to pre-chill those drinks in the fridge so everything starts cold. Perfectly cool. Make sure to mix up the flavors so you can always access what you want. Layer in your loose ice just like lasagna. Ice and drinks, ice and drinks. Fill your cooler all the way up to the top. That'll minimize airflow. When it comes to ice and coolers, always buy more than you think you'll need. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. Ice is heavy. After all that work, I can use a drink. So, you're looking to ditch those plastic straws, huh? But reusable straws aren't great for crowds. And don't even get me started on paper straws. Tastes like toilet paper. What's a mixologist to do? But I've got a secret. Come closer. A little closer. Not that close. Here's how to build a better bar. The straw's not your typical straw. It's agave. It's durable, sustainable, and biodegradable. And agave fiber won't disintegrate after that first sip. Oh, now this is a little watered down, but I have a fix for that too. One thing you can use is frozen fruit. That'll keep your drink cold and add flavor. That way you can even use less ice and keep things delicious until the last drop. And you have a little snack. Or popsicles instead of ice. That burst of flavor will work great in drinks that are less sweet. And no sticky popsicle fingers. I like to buy bigger bottles for my drink station. That way guests can mix and match and create their own combinations. For a signature drink, mix up a large batch. And have fun, you can even theme it to your party. This one's called the Problema Resuelto. Don't mind if I do. Happy hour starts now. Throwing a party and entertaining can come with a whole lot of waste. Having everything disposable may be convenient, but this is already just all trash. Even the best ragers are not worth the waste. Here are some smart swaps for more sustainable entertaining. Instead of plate waste, just throw reusables in the dishwasher. Choose cloth napkins or bandanas, and those can go right into the laundry. And the best swap you can make is your cups. Problem with these types of cups is guests tend to use several throughout a get-together, which creates more trash. Of course, you can use washable cups. And I like to use koozies so guests can personalize their cups and know whose is whose. Nice little party favor, too. Alternatively, if you want something disposable, go for aluminum. Everyone can go Banksy on their cup, and aluminum is infinitely recyclable. However, I would stay away from glass. You don't want any accidents. It's plastic. And for individual beverages, choose aluminum as well. It's just water. Bonus party points for styling your fridge. To save some money, you can create a water refill station. But go ahead and use something reusable. That way you can use it party after party after party after party. Stay hydrated. Don't let your ice go to waste. And you're gonna need plenty of it. An insulated cooler will help it last longer. Better yet, use a water cooler for your ice. This will also help your ice last longer. Plus, bonus Jonas, when the ice melts, it's like second drink. All right, next party's at your place? I'll be there. It's not a party unless things get lit. Good lighting will make all the difference when you're entertaining outdoors. Here's how to light up the night. Bistro lights are a classic, but they kind of take a lot of effort to set up. Certainly not a quick fix for you last-minute party planners. A faster solution is to grab any work light you may have lying around the house. But instead of pointing it down at your yard, aim it up for a better look. Illuminate tree canopies, bushes, shrubs, and your surrounding landscape. That way you can add some ambiance to your foliage. You can also dig through storage and pull out those holiday lights. With a little imagination, you can use these all year round. Even those neutral decorations can add a lot of sparkle. It's a shame if you're only using your lights once a year. For a more over-the-top effect, LED lighting can really express your personality. Look for ones that are color changing, weatherproof, and remote controlled. With lights like these, you really get a lot of bang for your buck. Whew, how patriotic. Hey, look at that. Go Pack Go. Coachella in my backyard. Just dancing in my backyard. You can add some extra fun with light up accessories that you can toss around the yard. Okay, now can we finally get this party started? Thanks for watching Problem Solved. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other videos like these two right here.